What up, everybody? Sorry about the video setup, but that's how we got to rock it today. I got some business to go take care of, so we got to ride like this. And what I want to first tell y'all is welcome to 2026. Don't make no New Year's resolutions. Make new life resolutions. You know, as human beings, God put us in control of everything. Nothing on the planet Earth was made to dominate you. But we got to start acting like that. You know, people act like everything on Earth dominates them. And I want to try to help you with that. So let's go into a couple of the things that we're losing on for no reason. Thing number one, eating. We've come a long, long way from where humanity started. And we're getting too comfortable now with our eating habits. We don't respect the laws of the Bible. And I try to live my life off guidance from the Bible. I'm trying to get as close to what the Bible has to offer as I can. Am I failing at a lot of it? Yes, I am. But I'm continuing to try. I'm not just saying that I'm just going to roll with whatever is easy for me. And that was like the whole point of Jesus even presenting himself, coming down here and making a change for everybody. Jesus came here in the human flesh to show you that you can live through the flesh, through anything, through any temptation. Nothing controls the human. The human controls everything. But with our lack of knowledge of what a human is and the power and control of a human, we continue to weaken ourselves and destroy our souls by giving in to the things that the wicked have created. You might not realize it, but it's still wicked people on this planet. It's still wicked people that know way more about God than the average person. But they don't want nothing to do with God. They want to control God. They want to be in control. They want to win everything. And I don't know why, but that's just what they are. If there wasn't, why was anybody against Jesus? Who was Jesus hurting? Who was Jesus trying to destroy? Nobody. Yet the Pharisees claimed he was. Yet those priests was heavily against him. And that's one of the other things that you should start your new life journey or your new life resolution is jealousy. Learn to control that. But I'll go into that after I finish with this food. So when you think about it, watch some of those videos from people from the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. Watch some of those videos and you'll see how beautiful the human body was. And then watch videos as we started to transition in the late 90s and 2000s, we was flipped. You watch the human body increase in adipose tissue heavily. And now in 2026, the human body is in worse shape than it's ever been. Most of the people after 40 or 50 years old living off of some type of drug. And then the youth, people that's 15 to 30, living off some other type of drug that's destroying their mental abilities. That's affecting, their reasoning and thinking. And that's the third topic that I'll discuss is drug use and abuse. And so the reason people look better and had better form and figure. And there was a lot of people living to be 80, 90, 100 from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. And even before that, it's because they didn't have access to McDonald's, Wendy's, Sonic.
New text message from LB.
All these different restaurants. And the high-class restaurants, too. 5-star, 4-star, all of that. They all are destroying us. Because guess what? They're running a business. And every single one of them restaurants, with the exception of a very minor few, maybe 1%, have food loaded with preservatives. They're not going to keep fresh food in the restaurant. The only way it's going to be a restaurant that has fresh food, and believe me, if it was one that existed, they'll be advertising it very heavily, is because they have so many customers, they can't keep food in the restaurant. So that restaurant would end up closing a lot of days because they ran out of food. Ain't no restaurants giving you fresh food. Don't believe it. Not these juice places, none of that. You know, they're not even going to take the time to buy fresh food. You know, so we growing, including me. You know, we getting fat. And I try to avoid all of that as much as I can. But the way that they got it set up is hard for anybody to avoid this nonsense. So make that a new life resolution. Number one, watch what you eat. Watch how much you eat. Watch how often you eat. We really should only be eating once a day. And sometimes we shouldn't even eat out of a whole day. Watch what we eat. Take the Sabbath day. Use that. Use that as a day that you don't eat. Because we should be shutting down all work unless it's critical to human life on Saturdays. We shouldn't be working. The only work should be getting done is to maintain human life. Do work, do things that you enjoy, but we shouldn't be working. And that's a day that we can take to rest. And since we're taking that day to rest, we should be able to take that day and not have food. We should be able to not have to eat that day because we resting. So we can get past that hunger pain. And it don't last. Hunger pain don't last when you used to eating. When you used to eating, when you get hungry, that hunger pain lasts for about an hour, if an hour. And that's gone for the rest of the day. All the only thing happened at that point, you think about eating. You don't have to eat, you think about eating. Drink you some water. And that's the other food, pop. Don't drink pop, especially high fructose corn syrup pop. If you want a treat, which we shouldn't have treats too often, because all a treat is satisfaction of taste buds. It doesn't do anything for you physically. It doesn't do anything for your survival or any of that. A pop is the only thing it does is satisfy a craving for a taste. So let's stop drinking these wild pops and juices and Kool-Aid and stuff with yellow 40 in it and red 20 and yellow 4 and blue and all of that stuff. Like, read your labels. Don't just stuff your body with this stuff. Read the labels and stop buying that stuff. Doritos, Cheetos, all that stuff that got that red, yellow, and blue in it. Don't buy it. And then these manufacturers will start not putting that stuff in there, killing you. High fructose corn syrup. Read those labels. Stuff loaded with cholesterol. Ice cream, stay away from ice cream as much as you can. That crap is loaded with so much cholesterol, like heavy. And what does it give your body? Once again, nothing besides taste, pleasure. That's it. Read the labels, be logical, and think. You know, people back in the day, they didn't have all these luxuries. And that's why they had better shapes and better forms and better health than what we do. They didn't have the medicine and the complication of how to create these medicines that we have today. They know all these different ways to keep the human body alive and pushing. And we still falling apart. And that's because of what we putting in our body. Think about it. They was busting people's chests open, cutting people's cranium open for heart attacks and strokes back in the day. Now they just go in your leg or your wrist and handle their business. Sometimes they don't even do that. If they found out early enough, they give you a drug to blow the clot away. Think about it. All of this progression, but we still failing. We still going backwards. And why in the world would a person smoke a cigarette? I have no clue. Why in the world would a person smoke marijuana? I have no clue. Why in the world would a person drink alcohol? I have no clue. Smoke is dangerous to the human body. So why smoke anything? Why snort something up your nose or stick something in your vein? Think about the danger in all of that. All of that is destroying you. It's like spraying Raid on a roach. You see how they act? That's the same way people act when they go off of these drugs. And yes, alcohol and weed and cigarette are drugs. Very bad drugs, by the way. Think about it. They all directly affect your brain and your brain cells. Cells that you cannot replenish. Don't let those things destroy you. People wonder how they end up with cancer. Because you was destroying cells. And then the cell got corrupt and started remaking itself. It's not that hard to understand, people. Let's stop failing just to fail. Let's get it together. And then, like I said, I'm going to move on from the food because I think I got my point across. Stop eating so much and so often. Let's move on to this little jealousy piece. We need a little bit of jealousy in our life. So I know y'all probably thought I was going to say, stop being jealous of everybody. Don't be jealous. No, we need a little bit of jealousy. The hating part is what we don't need. Don't start hating because you're jealous of something that somebody got or somebody doing. Use that jealousy as motivation for you to do. Don't hate on nobody. Start being proud of yourself. Make some changes for yourself. Up your game. Don't let that jealousy be followed up with hate. Let that jealousy be followed up with motivation. Grow yourself. In 2026, make that another one of your life resolutions to use jealousy in a positive manner. To use jealousy to improve you. Let's start building together. It ain't hard. Use the person you looking at that you think you're jealous of to help yourself grow. Help yourself build. And see, I'm sharing this information because I done live. I'm getting up there. So now I can make these statements because I know. I got proof of outcomes. I got research and study. I've watched. I can prove what I'm talking about. And so that's why I'm saying, use that jealousy as motivation, not hate. I shouldn't have to say too much about that. You should get where I'm coming from and what I'm talking about when I say that. You know, and whether people believe in God or not, you don't have to. But still, God exists. You can't change that. And when you die, you're going to answer that, whether you believe it or not. So I'm going to move on from jealousy. Nice little short. We'll call that a short. And we're going to move on to drug use. Drugs do not control you. I heard places telling people that once you're an addict for life. That's only if you tell yourself you're an addict for life. That's where we go back to one of the biggest truths in the world. Words matter. State of mind matters. And if you tell yourself and put yourself in a state of mind that you're a drug addict, oh yeah, you're going to be a drug addict. But if you tell yourself and speak out that you're done with drugs, and drugs is out of your life, and you mean that, and you make that effort, oh, drugs gonna be out your life for the rest of your life if you need it. I used to love drinking. One day I said, I'm done drinking, that's poison. I ain't poisoning myself, that's stupid. Ever since then, I ain't drunk and don't want nothing to drink. Everybody around me be drinking, partying, having fun. Come on, make it. Nah, I'm good. Do your thing. I don't need to do that to do my thing. Do your thing, though. I don't think about, maybe, no, I'm done. I'm good on drinking. There's no point to me. The only point of drinking to me is to go against God, go against myself, and ruin my body. What do you do when you drink? You accept nonsense. You accept people in your life that if you weren't drinking, they probably couldn't even talk to you. I'm good on numbing me to be dumbing. That's what drinking do. Numb you to be dumb. Numb you to accept nonsense, weakness, lameness, foolishness. I ain't doing that. Because I'm not lame, dumb, weak, or foolish. So why do I want to do something to make me lame, dumb, weak, or foolish? I'm cool on that. You know, anybody that drink can't tell me they ain't never got drunk and had a regret. Can't tell me that. Not, you can say it, but I ain't taking it in because you lying. And you know you lying. I'm not going to let you lie to me. You can lie to yourself, but you ain't going to lie to me. And if you're an important person to me, I'm going to throw you some questions so I'll make you come to reality and speak reality of what you're doing and what you're saying. Because I don't play those stupid games where you can just sit there and lie about your life or who you are. No, I need my people to be all right. We need to be true with ourselves, good or bad, embarrassing or not. We gonna be true. Ain't no in between. That's the only way. True. And so, like, pay attention to that in your life. Take care of yourself in your life. You feel like you're addicted to drugs because you done stuck a needle on your arm or sniffed some crap up your nose or took some pills that got you thinking that you need them. Wake up and say, I'm done with this. And when that urge come again, say no. And the more you say no, the more your brain gonna say, screw that. We don't do that no more. Because that's your brain, the chemicals in your brain telling you we need to do that. But the more you tell your brain we ain't doing that, your brain gonna say, oh, that ain't us no more. And then one day you can stand up proudly with no feedback of doing that drug and say, I don't do that. That's my past life. That's what I used to do. I'm not no freaking addict for life. Are you crazy? If that's the case, everybody that had a major surgery or anything, they addicts. When I got my colon checked, that made me an addict that day. Because they showed doped me up and made me fall out. You know, when I got morphine stuck in me, when I had another surgery, that make me an addict? No, because I don't want that. And I don't think that way. And I'll never claim that. So I don't do that. That ain't me. Just like me eating pork. I love catfish. I love ribs. I love pork bacon. Back then, I don't eat none of that no more. I love shrimp and cocktail sauce and french fries. I don't eat that no more. If the fish ain't got fins and scales, it ain't going in me. Not voluntarily, not where I know what it is. If it's pork, if it don't chew the cud and split the hoof, it ain't going to me. I ain't eating rabbits and raccoons and all that stuff. Everything not here for us to eat. Some things are here for the planet to be clean with. We got to start paying attention to these type of things. It ain't that hard. If it's something that's filthy, and I'm not saying that it's filthy as dirty and stuff, I'm saying it does filthy things to what a human considers filthy. And we should consider filtering and cleaning and eating garbage and all that stuff. We should consider that filthy because those are things that's needed to be done in order for us to survive. If those things not done, the planet becomes disgusting, too disgusting for us to survive here. You know, so we got to start thinking about that type of stuff. And you don't need those pills, drugs, smoke, drink. You don't need none of that. Ain't none of that made for you. It's not made for you. So stop just ruining yourself with it. Look how you act. Look how you become. You lower your standards. You lower yourself. You become a loser. You let these wimps that's selling it to you tell you anything, control you, go off on you. You wouldn't do that if you wasn't doing it. So start thinking about who you are. Become a better person. Become a new you. Make your life resolution for 2026, not a New Year's resolution. Let's not play that little small game. Let's not play that little small game. Let's be big people and control who we are and what we do. This is the Be Long Show coming at you January 1st, 2026. Hope you have a good day, a good year, a good existence. Let's keep living it. It's the Be Long Show. I'm out of here. Basic learning, opportunity, and natural growth. That's what I'm trying to give you, young humanitarian style. I'm out.